going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to look at how much money you need to invest in Bitcoin to become a millionaire. And this is going to be over a 10-year time span. And we're not going to make crazy assumptions that Bitcoin's going to hit $1 million next year or anything like that. I think what we're looking at is not too bearish, not too bullish. It's a conservative approach. It's much less than Bitcoin's done in the past. But we're going to look at a couple different scenarios and see how much money you need to invest, how to boost how much Bitcoin you have in some really easy ways that I'm actually taking advantage of now too. And we're just going to break down the numbers. So sit back, relax. If you don't mind hitting the like button and subscribe so that way this pushes out to more people, because I personally think Bitcoin will be a great asset to invest in. If you think that too and you want to spread the word of it, then you can hit the like button and subscribe. You know, maybe just relax, have a beer, coffee, whatever you want to do, and just sit through some of these numbers. With that being said, let's take a look at the average account or the average growth of Bitcoin over the last 10 years. And there's over 100%. So there are people that still think it's going to grow like that. I think that that's a little bit high. I don't want to assume that for the next 10 years because that means that every year we're just going to double. And I don't think that's the case. We've done more than that, even just this year. But I think that is unlikely to continue to happen. It can't happen forever because there's only so much money in the world. But some people argue, hey, there is huge adoption by a lot of large institutions now, so we might still see that for the coming years. Now, I'm going to assume that we have about a 33% annual growth rate. The reason is that is still, I think, a conservative enough number for the market cap that's at now, that it's not going to assume too much. And that means that by the year 2030, we would have about a market cap of 750,000. And by 2031, 10 years from now, we would have a market cap of $1 million, or a price of $1 million. I apologize. So a price of $1 million on Bitcoin. So in 2030, it finally passes gold over that $11.5 trillion gold market cap. And then we hit $1 million the following year. So again, pretty conservative to some people. In some people's minds, that's a crazy amount. But in the first scenario, we're just going to assume that you dollar cost average. For us to get to $1 million or one Bitcoin by 2031, it would take us $20,000 a year to invest in. Now, I'm going to show you ways to cut this down, but you have to realize every single year we are assuming that the price goes up in a normal fashion, just 30% or 33% a year, just because it does make it much more difficult to try to predict when it goes up and goes down and when you're going to dollar cost average in. So we're just going to assume, just for simplicity's sake, it just goes up a normal amount or equal amount every single year. And every single year you're able to buy less. So unfortunately, by the end of it, if you're not getting any interest or taking advantage of any of the other things we're going to be talking about, you do get one Bitcoin, which is worth over $1 million, but you do have to invest over $20,000 a year. Now, of course, if you could start and you already have some Bitcoin, that's great. If you could start even earlier, like this year, and you could invest, that would be great because you're gonna get a lot more bang for your buck right now. Even just 4 or 5 months ago, you could pick up Bitcoin for half the price. So you have to keep that in mind. Even if you go like a year back, you could get for a third or a fourth the price. So moral of the story, it's better to invest more earlier rather than later. Now, maybe that's a little bit too much to invest. That is a significant amount for almost everyone. $20,000 is a lot and you want to diversify. So we will get to a scenario where you don't have to invest as much and you'll still get the same amount. But let's say that you do have that $20,000 to invest, but you want more. So maybe you want to get some extra interest. I think BlockFi is a great place to go. That's where I go personally. And they pay up to 9.5% on stablecoin. Their rates change a good amount, but we're going to assume that you can get 4% on your Bitcoin on BlockFi. Now, there are certain sites that give you more, or certain companies that give you more. I also use Voyager. So BlockFi is nice because you can get access to it. In case you want to take loans against it or something like that, you can get access to it. Voyager, they don't let you take out loans now, but they do pay a slightly higher interest rate. Both of the links are underneath the video. But let's say that you can get a 4% interest rate. Well, if you put in the $20,000 every single year, by the end, you actually have 1.35 Bitcoin. So with that interest rate, you get about 35% more Bitcoin, which makes a huge difference. It makes $350,000 difference, which is crazy. Now, maybe you don't have the $20,000 to invest. Well, if you invest $15,000 and you get that interest rate, you can still hit this 1 Bitcoin mark with a significant amount less, about 25% less money that you have to put in every single year. So if that is something that you're interested in, again, an interest rate is a good way to go. Of course, there is some additional risk, but I think it's well worth whatever risk there is. I do have some Bitcoin that is not getting interest, but just a small portion of my portfolio. The majority of it is getting interest. So for $15,000 a year, you can get this $1 million worth of Bitcoin. Now, no one said that this is going to be super easy. Bitcoin has been doing really well this year. And if you guys like this and you want to see me do this with other cryptos, let me know. But there's one better solution than this too. You do the same thing. You get interest. You still have $15,000 every single year that you're putting into it. You might have to raise your income to get to that level, which I'm actually going to make a video on how to raise your income or how to actually become rich. And we're going to talk about that a little bit in there. But now you also have credit cards. You also have a credit card that gives you Bitcoin back. Now on BlockFi, and there's a link to this underneath the video, they do have a crypto back credit card. So I have this credit card. I use it myself every single day. And you can get rewards in Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoin, but they pay you 1.5% back all the time. For the first 3 months, they actually give you 3.5% back. They give you other benefits too, like money back on trades. But we're gonna assume in this scenario that you use that credit card and you spend $30,000 a year. Now, 1.5% back gives you 0.006 Bitcoin. That's actually, it doesn't sound like a lot, but by the end, it makes a huge difference. You also get that straight into your account, so it does increase your interest. So by the end of this 10-year period, instead of 1 Bitcoin, you have 1.03. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but that's another $33,000 or $32,000 worth of Bitcoin. And don't forget, you continue to get interest, so it stacks on itself. So that is an effective percent back of, like, every year that you use this card, a effective percent back of 9.3%. So basically a 10% discount on everything, assuming Bitcoin does get to $1 million. So that is huge. That can definitely boost your ability to stack Bitcoin. Now, I'm not here to say, hey, you can put $5 in Bitcoin every week and be a millionaire. I don't think that's very likely to happen. I think Bitcoin will do really well and outpace a lot of other assets. If you're sitting here thinking, oh, that's gonna take me a long time to hit $1 million in Bitcoin if I put in 15 grand. Well, yeah, but if you compare it to any other asset, let's say you get an index fund where you get 7% after inflation, means that after 10 years, you're going to double. So you're not going to get anywhere close to a millionaire status in 10 years with an index fund investing this amount. So yes, it might not be the parabolic, 100x in the next 5 or 10 years that you might want, but it is a great return for almost everyone out there. Now, some people like Michael Saylor say that this is going to 100x, and I don't know his time frame on that, but if it does 100x, that would be about 6x more than what we're talking about here. So you would have a lot more money if Michael Saylor's right and we get to a $6 million Bitcoin. I've heard 12 million, I've heard 20 million. Now I think that's probably a little bit further down the line, maybe 2035, 2040. But either way, these are the numbers broken down. And I think using a credit card to get Bitcoin back and also getting interest really boost that ability to stack Bitcoin. Now, of course, always do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. Let me know if you want me to do this with other cryptocurrencies down below, maybe Ethereum or Matic or Cardano or something like that, and I'd be happy to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the links down below, and I will see you in the next one.